Hi, freshmen. Welcome to English. I hope you guys had a phenomenal weekend, and I'm really looking forward to today's lesson. But before I dive in, I just want to remind you guys of our virtual class etiquette, being on time, and everybody did a phenomenal job today. Thank you. Keeping yourself muted so that none of the noises from the background get in here. Eliminate your distractions. Remember, no food or drink, and dress appropriately. All right. And I hope you guys are ready to dive into this lesson. So, our new lesson is going to be on writing a personal narrative. To introduce it, yesterday I had you guys complete a Padlet for it, and it was a KWL for a personal narrative. And I'm going to go ahead and pull that up on my screen. And I had a few responses, and so I want to say that the ones who responded on what do you already know about narratives, Lara and Sue and Catherine, you guys did a phenomenal job because yes, it is. It's a story, all right. And then what do you want to know about writing a narrative? I've got John who wants to know how to make a good resolution. And I think today, John, after we finish talking about the qualities of a personal narrative, you're going to have a really good idea how to do that, okay? And Alex, I really hope I can teach you how to incorporate some cartoon characters, but we'll see, okay? All right, so let's get on to the lesson. If you guys will follow along with me. Um, yeah, guys, I did give you this PDF in the classroom in Canvas. And so you can get to that, but I'm also going to pull it up on my screen for you. And this is a close look at a personal narrative. Okay. So, my objective for you today is that you are going to be able to identify the qualities of a personal narrative. All right. You're going to learn those qualities today, and we're going to practice finding them in a text. Okay. So, what is a personal narrative? Well, it's a narrative relating to a personal experience, all right? And it's usually told in first person. So there are about 8 qualities of a personal narrative that I want to go over with you, all right? So the first one is that it tells a personal story. It's not going to have fictional people in it. It's going to be something that is a personal story, okay? It's going to be told in first person. So, you guys, let me ask you this. What is first person? How can we determine if something is written in first person? Who remembers? Avery? Oh, good job. Yes, you're going to find those personal pronouns like I and me and your my and ours, okay? That's first person. Um the third quality is that it's going to include some dialogue, not a lot of dialogue, but just a little bit, okay? And then the fourth quality is that it's going to take place over a specific moment or an event, a very small amount of time. So often, when we have this activity, students want to write about like their freshman year. Well, that's not a small amount of time. That's really big. That's like 9 months. And so we want something specific. So something like maybe your first day as a freshman might be a good topic. Okay. That's the difference. All right. The fifth quality of a personal narrative is that your action and details are going to be shown through vivid language and figurative language and imagery. The sixth quality is that it's going to make a point. There's going to be a so what, like why is this important? Why do you want to write this particular piece? What lesson did you learn? All right. I love quality 6. I think that's very important. Quality 7 is that it's going to follow that storytelling plot map. All right. You guys remember back when we studied short stories, we did a lot of plot maps. We plotted out the story of the most dangerous game and the lottery. And this is basically what your personal narrative will do too. There's going to be those elements. It's going to have conflict and setting and characters and building action and climax and resolution, right? All of those elements are going to be in a personal narrative as well. And then the eighth quality is that it's going to use a logical order. It's either going to be told chronologically or somehow it's going to be told like a flashback. All right. So the best way to kind of see this in action is to actually look at a song and listen to a song. And so I've picked the song Last Kiss by Pearl Jam. Any of you guys know Pearl Jam? Oh, Alex, you do, right? You like some of that old music? A lot of kids don't always know who Pearl Jam is, but you're going to hear it this time, and I hope you do like the group. So I'm going to go ahead and play the video. On this particular video, it does have all of the lyrics, so you can read those lyrics as it plays and listen to it too. And so then we'll get back to the activity with this. All right, so here we go. I'm going to play this. I'm going to put it on full screen for you. I'm going to hit play first. Here we go. after that. So if you would you guys go to Canvas, and I need you to open up the Google Doc that I shared with you. You guys all have the capabilities of making a copy. All right, so I need you to make a copy of that because you guys are going to take notes as I take notes. All right, I'm going to model how this works. All right, do you all have it open? Okay, good deal. All right, so at the top, I've added in the lyrics so we don't have to keep toggling back to the video. And so we're going to use those. All right. But if you go to page 2, you can see the graphic organizer that I've given you with the 8 qualities on the left all the way down. And then you have a response column where we're going to type our answers. Okay. So this will actually be uploaded into Canvas for a grade that you've taken notes along with me. All right. So, tells a personal story. What do you guys think that the speaker's personal story is here? Bryson? Yeah, you're right. He's telling the story of a date night that ended in a car crash. Oop, all right. That's the personal story. You could say, and his love died. Should probably add that in there too. All right, so uses first person. I have here that I want you to find text evidence. So I do want you to go back up to the lyrics, all right, and I want you to remember this is where you are going to find those, the I and the me pronouns, okay? So I can see right away the last line of the song. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to copy it. We're going to put it down here in our graphic organizer. But remember, anytime you guys copy a text in there, right, it's always best to put your quotation marks around it to show that it's now a quote. All right, so that's our evidence that it uses first person. Let's go find a bit of dialogue now. There was just one little line. Who can find it? Oh, good job, Lara. Right here. Hold me, darling, just a little while. Let's grab that and let's go put it in our notes. Okay. And then it tells of a specific moment. So, what is that specific moment? This is something that just comes from listening to the song and reading the lyrics. JC, what's that specific moment? Oh, you're right. It's that car crash that ended in death. All right. Okay, so your sensory details, your imagery, and your figurative language. Let's find at least one piece of figurative language and one um, example of imagery. Okay. All right. So, yeah, Alex, you're right. You have found the screaming tires. What does that sound like, guys? Oh, exactly. It's personification. So let's put this example down here. We're going to put our quotes around it. And then at the end of it, I want you to tell me, hey, this is personification. Now let's go find some imagery. Good job. Good job, guys. Okay, some imagery. Oh, nice job, Sue. That the something warm rolling through my eyes. Like you can feel that, can't you? You can feel the heat coming from the blood rolling down his eyes because he was injured too. So let's put that in here. I'm going to put my quotes. Um, and that is going to be your imagery. I want you to tell me that, okay? All right, good job. Okay, so the so what is kind of it's that revelation. Like, why is this important to this speaker? Okay, very, very good, Avery. It's the so what is going to be something that he keeps repeating. I've got to be good so I can see my baby again. Nice job. Okay, that's his so what. He's got to be good. Why is this important? He's got to be a good guy so he can see his baby again and get to heaven. Okay, so plot elements. This one can be a little bit more lengthy, but let's just start with conflict. All right, what's the main conflict? Good, John. A car was stalled in the road. That's the conflict. Nice job. All right, so what are some rising actions or those building actions? Oh, good job, Avery. He had to swerve to the right. That's going to be your building action. Okay, so what's the climax? Sue? Oh, good job. It's the crash. That's your climax. Okay. How about that resolution? Like, what's the final part of it? Yes, you're right. It is the girl dies and he gives her his last kiss. Nice job. Okay, last one. So, what kind of order is this in? Chronological or flashback? Good. Yes, it is chronological. Okay, very good job, guys. We just analyzed that song. We determined if it fit the personal narrative qualities, and we found something for every one of those. I would definitely say that this song fits the personal narrative qualities, okay? So now we've wrapped that part up. I need you guys to go back to your Padlet, to the KWL, and I'm going to give you about 30 seconds. I'm going to check my watch to answer, to give me what you learned from this lesson today. All right, go. Okay, you guys have about 10 seconds. I see some good responses. Very good job. Okay, time's up. So I see that Alex put down that he learned that a song can be a personal narrative. That's exactly right. Songs tell stories too, not just stories and not just novels. Um, and Catherine, you learned that it has to be a specific moment, that it's not going to be like a really long situation, like a week long vacation. You need to find a specific moment in that week long vacation that meant something to you. All right. Phenomenal job, guys. All right. So when we meet again, you guys are going to be thinking, before we meet again, you're going to be thinking of a song, one of your favorite songs. Yeah, Alex, it does have to be school appropriate. And so I want you to think of a song that could possibly tell a story, because when we meet again, you guys are going to be practicing. You're going to analyze your song and you're going to see if it fits into that personal narrative box. Okay. We're going to check to see if it meets all of the criteria. All right. Do you guys have any questions for me today? No, all good. Okay. Well,